Imagine a town where the mayor decides to um, buy a premium gym membership for every single resident. Sounds amazing,
Right.
right? But then you realize most people just want to walk on the treadmill, which is already free.
Right. So why pay for the whole gym when you only need a few specific machines?
Exactly. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are unpacking a massive stack of news reports, expert panel transcripts, and official government statements surrounding Thailand's highly debated 1.621 billion BAT THAI passport project. We're going to look at the ambitious objectives, the fierce pushback from tech experts, and how the government is rapidly pivoting its strategy right before a looming rollout.
Yeah, the grand vision here is really about acceleration. I mean, currently, Thailand's AI adoption rate sits at around 10.7%, which is lagging behind neighbors like Singapore. So the government wants to, push that adoption rate past 20%.
And they plan to do that by giving 5 million citizens access to 24 different pro-generative AI models, right? Things like ChatGPT and Gemini.
Exactly. And they actually negotiated a remarkably low cost for this. It's just 27.5 bond per person per month.
Which sounds like a steal compared to paying hundreds of bond individually. But here is where industry insiders are really sounding the alarm on the actual return on investment.
Right, because tech experts looked at the minimum requirements in the terms of reference, the TOR, and realized they basically mimic what the free versions of these AI tools already offer.
It feels a bit like, the government buying everyone a premium music subscription, but only requiring the app to play the free ad-supported playlist. It really makes you wonder, are we inadvertently just acting as a taxpayer-funded marketing arm for foreign tech companies?
Well, critics absolutely share that worry. They point out that this scattergun approach of just giving everyone general access doesn't really yield the best economic return.
Yeah, they argue that targeting specific groups would make more sense.
Right. Groups like small to medium enterprises, agriculture, or tourism would drive immediate benefits. I mean, think about a farmer using AI to analyze crop yields, or an SME automating their customer service to scale up faster.
That actually creates real revenue.
Exactly. And academics are arguing that instead of just buying basic software licenses, the government should really co-invest with tech giants to build local infrastructure.
So the public is already questioning the strategy, and then this massive uproar hits over convenience store screens.
Yeah.
When I was reading the reports, it felt wild that a national AI rollout suddenly got tangled up with an advertising mandate for 1,500 digital screens.
Yeah, it's a bit jarring, but whenever there's a massive tech initiative, there is usually a budget to educate the public and drive adoption. The issue was people saw the specs and suspected opaque, locked-in deals for those convenience store ads.
Right, and the public outcry was so intense the government had to step in.
They did. They clarified that this controversial PR budget is actually just a tiny fraction of the project, only about 900,000 baht. Plus, Plan B Media, which is the major advertising company people were pointing fingers at, they officially issued a statement denying any involvement in the procurement.
Wow, okay, so you have this massive public backlash over how the money's being spent. It sounds like the government really had no choice but to completely tear up their original payment plan.
Oh, absolutely. They're shifting to a pay-per-use or, a success fee model. Now the government will only pay for actual active users.
Which makes a lot more sense. If they don't hit that 5 million user target, taxpayer money is protected.
Exactly. And they are also tackling data privacy head-on. They are promising that user prompts will remain anonymous and be stored on local clouds.
Okay, so what is the timeline looking like now?
Contract adjustments are going to finish up this June, and then public registration opens on July 1st, 2026.
But there's still the elephant in the room. The government is promising to cancel the whole thing immediately if they find corruption. But come on, how realistic is that?
It's definitely a bold claim.
I mean, I was reading a quote in these reports where an official literally admitted that bidders don't collude in front of us. If they can't even see the collusion happening, how can they promise to stop it?
Well, it highlights the glaring limits of standard procurement processes. Officials maintain they can only monitor the formal bids submitted.
Right.
And those bids did come in slightly under the median price, but verifying true transparency behind closed doors is incredibly complex. Relying on a cancellation threat might just be posturing when the actual oversight mechanisms are limited.
It really is a massive tightrope walk between driving digital advancement and maintaining fiscal responsibility.
Definitely. And zooming out, this whole debate forces us to look at how we define technological progress in the first place.
Which brings us to a bigger question for you to think about today. Instead of just measuring success by how many premium AI accounts a government can buy for its citizens, Shouldn't the ultimate goal be figuring out how a nation transitions from merely consuming foreign AI to actually creating it?